Good morning, KELOLAND. This is KELOLAND on the go with all you need to know in news and weather as you start your weekend. We also have your boredom busters coming up, but first, our top story. Well, some people in KELOLAND will spend their weekend cleaning up damage from last night's storms. Early reports include egg-size hail breaking windows in Dewey County, plus ping-pong ball-size hail west of Bonilla in Beadle County, along with power outages in that area. People in western KELOLAND have been preparing for the weekend storms. The Public Works Department in Spearfish says it's ready to clear the streets in case of heavy snow. Meanwhile, ranchers in the Black Hills area are looking forward to the moisture.
We just need moisture is really what we need. That's the biggest thing we lacked. We had some good fall moisture. We had some snow in October that gave us a couple inches of moisture out of the deal. But boy, it was just above average all winter, above average temperatures and wind day after day. So it blew a lot of that moisture out.
The Spearfish Public Works Department is asking people to take their time driving or stay home if you can until the storm passes. Let's get a check on the conditions now with meteorologist Scott Munt in the Storm Center. Good morning, Scott.
All right, good morning, Perry. Good morning, everybody. Let's start with the snow across western and northwestern South Dakota, where we do have blizzard warnings today, stretching into tomorrow morning. Snowfall amounts anywhere from 6 to 12 inches, some spots a little more than that. And then we have severe weather possibilities again today in eastern South Dakota, Minnesota, and northwestern Iowa. I'll give you details with FUTURECAST coming up.
All right, thank you very much, Scott. Well, firefighters in western KELOLAND battled high winds early this morning at the scene of a fire at a house under construction in Rapid Valley, east of Rapid City. Firefighters were able to keep the fire from spreading to nearby construction equipment despite wind gusts of up to 55 miles an hour. No one was hurt. 22-year-old Jackson Phillips is scheduled to be back in court on Monday. That's when he'll be arraigned on new charges in the death of 20-year-old Randy Gerlach. Phillips is now charged with murder and manslaughter after being initially charged with domestic violence. For more than a month now, Gerlach's family has been feeling her loss. As they grieve, they also want to raise awareness about domestic violence.
Domestic violence is a very personal crime, and ultimately, Randy's gone. She's not coming back. We're going to be feeling that forever.
Gerlach's family has started a Facebook page to raise awareness about domestic violence. You can find a link to that page under this story at KELOLAND.com. A student at Dakota State University has had a difficult time focusing on her studies with the war in Ukraine unfolding in her homeland. 19-year-old Alex Rachinska is studying biology at DSU. She's originally from Kyiv. She has family there and has been concerned for their well-being since the Russian invasion.
My mom told me that my brother is doing okay, so she was worried that, he's a child, he's 8 years old, so he may be, terrified by all this stuff, but she said he's doing okay.
Rachinska says Ukraine is fighting for the whole of humanity in its struggle against Russian forces. She hopes to work with genetic diseases once she gets her degree. A community-wide spring cleaning project will be taking place along the banks of the Big Sioux River in Sioux Falls today. Volunteers can come to one of 8 sign-up locations for the River Greenway cleanup. Volunteers will receive gloves, bags, and maps before they start picking up trash and debris along the river.
It's open to everyone. We'll have city staff there too helping out, and then we have community organizations who man the sign-in stations and help sign in volunteers, help guide them on where to go.
Now, the cleanup will take place from 10 a.m. to noon. Volunteers can check in at Falls Park, Elman Park Trailhead, Cherry Rock, Pasley Park, Spencer Park, Sertoma Park, Dunham Park, and Legacy Parks. You can safely dispose of your old documents and other paper clutter during today's Shred event in Sioux Falls. It takes place from 8 to noon at Roosevelt, Washington, and Lincoln High Schools. It's a touchless event where volunteers will remove the items from your back seat while you stay inside your car. Your $5 donation per box or bag will go to Sioux Empire Crime Stoppers. Westminster Presbyterian Church is hosting a fundraiser for Ukrainian refugees. The congregation Light to the World will provide ethnic food, including traditional Ukrainian dumplings, from 11 to 5. The All Right Tried Circus features 3 performances at the Sioux Falls Arena at 10 a.m., 2:30, and 7 p.m. General admission tickets are $12, free for ages 12 and under. The 60.5 Move Health and Wellness Expo is an event at the Washington Pavilion to get families to move their bodies for 60 and a half minutes of healthy activities. The expo takes place from 10 to 4 and will include vendor booths featuring wellness experts. And the Stampede hockey team wraps up its season with a game against the Fargo Force at the Denny Sanford Premier Center. The puck drops at 6:05. The first 500 kids get a free Stampede t-shirt. Scott?
And in weather, let's first start with our 24-hour rainfall. We've had some nice reports come in with some areas over an inch. You see that for Aberdeen and even to the southwest of Aberdeen, looking at some pretty decent amounts of rain. 2/3 of an inch fell in Mobridge. Some of the radar estimates, and some of this may be contaminated by large hail, but you do see the amounts coming in at 2 to 3 inches. Anywhere you see yellow and orange colors there, and I highlighted a couple of them. And then to the west and northwest of Britain, it's coming in at over 5 inches of rainfall. So we had some decent storms out there. Again, some of them may be contaminated with hail. There is a look at the storm reports from yesterday afternoon, first starting across western South Dakota and then during the evening hours in east central South Dakota. Even a report of a tornado that came down, a brief touchdown with this 5 miles to the northwest of Woolsey. That was a brief touchdown with that tornado. Otherwise, numerous hail reports here from Tulare down to the southeast of Kimball, and then during the afternoon yesterday and early evening, we had the hail reports across western South Dakota. And even this morning, a couple of hail reports coming in southeastern South Dakota to the east of Sioux Falls and just to the north of Canton. A report came in with, hail a little bit bigger than dime size. This is FutureCast for today. As all that is going on, now we're looking at snow across western South Dakota. Still a chance for morning showers and thunderstorms, and we'll watch this development or redevelopment late morning into the afternoon, especially in the northeastern South Dakota. Would not be surprised to see a couple of thunderstorms rumble again in northeastern KELOLAND. Any storms that do develop have that chance to become strong to severe. Once we hit the evening hours, I think that severe threat will be to our east. In comes the cooler, colder air, riding strong west to northwest winds late this evening going into the overnight hours, and then we'll see how far east the snow moves. I would not be surprised maybe for a wintry mix in the central South Dakota, snow, north central KELOLAND, and of course heavy snow in the western and northwestern parts of South Dakota. Then some lingering showers in our forecast for tomorrow, with any additional amounts remaining light. Blizzard warnings continue throughout the day today into tomorrow morning. Snowfall amounts of 6 to 12 inches, some spots more, wind gusts of 60 to 70 miles per hour. And then we have the risk for severe weather. I think late morning, early afternoon is the best chance for the severe weather, and I think a lot of this will be across eastern and northeastern KELOLAND. You do see that slight risk highlighted by the Storm Prediction Center. For today, temperatures will range from the 70s in eastern KELOLAND to the 30s in western South Dakota, 20s and 30s for everybody tonight. Strong winds continue, and tomorrow with that strong west to northwest wind, temperatures will be cold, highs in the 30s, 40s, may see a couple of low 50s in southeastern South Dakota. While you're here online, go ahead and check your 7-day forecast. We do have warming temperatures on the way. That will happen by midweek. Enjoy your weekend.